Greetings, tattoo enthusiasts, collectors, connoisseurs alike. I'm your host, Silk. Today we'll be looking at some of the best and worst tattoo TikToks that I found since last week. Now let's dive in. All right, I think I'm a little late to the party here, but a tattoo artist tattooed a 9-year-old in Arizona who came in with her parents wanting a portrait of Donald Trump on her neck, and the artist convinced her to get an American flag on her shoulder instead. Now, couple things. It feels so dystopian. Look, can you even do that? In Arizona, you can get tattooed as a minor if you have parental consent. So this is legal. That's great. God, it feels highly unethical. Tattooing a 9-year-old? First of all, I think the parents have a majority of the responsibility here. I think these parents are making super bad choices. This poor kid, just brainwashed, definitely has no critical thinking skills. So imagine when you were 9. Because when I was 9, I don't think I even fully understood that I was alive. Now, for the artist, a tattoo of the flag on the shoulder is way better than a portrait of Trump on her neck. Okay, no doubt in my mind that that's better. I think the best option, though, would have been to not do it, not do anything. You don't need to tattoo a child that is brought in with their parent. Entirely optional. So to opt into doing that is kind of baffling to me. I saw the comments, people were saying, if you turned them down, they would have just gone to get it somewhere else. And I don't understand how that's an argument at all. That's awesome. Let them go somewhere else. It's not your responsibility as a tattoo artist to prevent a client from doing some crazy shit. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, if it was really, I need to do this kid a favor, I'm worried about this kid, then you wouldn't you wouldn't have charged him money or something. I don't understand. You did it. Like, this person clearly tattooed a kid because they wanted money, and they filmed it and they posted it on the internet. They weren't doing this kid a fucking favor. They definitely took advantage of this kid and these parents. It's insane. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. What do you think was the best decision to do here? Do you tattoo them or not? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. We're going to continue on, though. All right, tattooing scars. Now, scar tissue is, from my understanding, a little bit different to tattoo than regular skin, both for the tattooer and for the client. I haven't necessarily gotten any scars tattooed. I've had blast over tattoos, and the previous tattoo had a little bit of scarring, but nothing to this extent. This is a huge undertaking. And it turned out bad. It's not the worst tattoo in the world. The tattooing, it's just sloppy. God, I don't know. I hope the client is beyond thrilled with what they got, but this is not great tattooing. This could have been done a lot better by a better tattoo artist, obviously. And a lot of tattooers would probably turn down a client like this. And I think that this artist probably should have turned him down too. Not because I don't think this client deserves to get a cover-up. I just think they deserve to get a good cover-up. I think they deserve to get the best cover-up. Because there's definitely tattoo artists out there who could have just done a better job. Let me look at this again. Jeez, dude. I mean, just all the line work is so wobbly and shaky, and there's no good lines in here anywhere. The saturation's pretty weak. The skin rips themselves, I think, will look a little better healed up. There's just there's no depth in there. It's really, I don't know, it feels really amateur. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think a lot more planning would have helped this tattoo also. It looks super random. And obviously a lot of the scars are kind of random too. You got to work with what you got, but I don't know. I think a better artist would have done a better job. If you're going to get a cover up, go to somebody who's really good at moving on. All right, watch how this tattoo artist lines up the stencil. I actually had never seen this before. Makes a ton of sense. They got this fucking laser. It's so mathematical. I actually really appreciate this, especially on a back tattoo like this. I mean, that extra time and effort that the previous tattooer we just talked about should have put in and didn't put in, and it showed. This is going to show in the final product. You're going to be able to tell that these tattoos are perfectly symmetrical. This is just smart tattooing. taking your time, making sure the client gets the best work possible. You love to see it. Is it a style that I particularly love? No, the kind of half-tone thing is neither here nor there. It's not the worst thing in the world, but these tattoos look good. That's all I really got to say about it. Moving right along. Can you fix my heart tattoo? So this person has an old, wonky, half blown out, half falling out heart tattoo on their inner forearm. Let's see how this artist covers this up. I'm really curious to see how this is going to cover anything up. They're like tattooing so light, very fine, lots of gray. I don't know how this could even cover something up, but we're going to see what happened. Okay. You know what? I'm extremely surprised and pleasantly surprised at the results. This looks awesome. This is really smart. This is clever. I wouldn't entirely consider this a cover-up. It's a little more than a rework, though. Guess it's somewhere in between, huh? Who am I to say? This looks fucking good, though. It's a cool-ass tattoo. I like it. It's not gonna, for longevity's sake, it's not really something that I think is gonna stick around for the longest amount of time, but who cares? I like it. I think that was smart too. I think it's super sick. Yeah, dope tattoo. Nice cover up. Let's continue. If you think that tattooing is like painting, you should see this. Oh my God, dude. That is insane. Wow. That's fucking cool. Oh my God. That's some of the best color realism, I feel like. That's nice, dude. This is a cool ass tattoo. What I really like about this tattoo, besides it looking like a painting, and paintings are sick, but this tattoo has a ton of contrast. And contrast is one of the most important aspects of a tattoo aging well. There's lots of different ways you can achieve contrast. It can be through values, dark and light. It can be through textures. It can be through colors. And that's one of my complaints that I feel like I have about color realism tattoos is artists will use contrasting colors and it'll look really great when it's fresh. But as it heals, our body will eat away at different colors at different paces, right? So lighter colors, lighter pinks, yellows, light blues, those are going to go way quicker than like a darker red or green or blue. And I feel like when artists are really relying on these colors in color realism, they just don't end up aging really well because, like I said, certain colors are just gonna disappear. These colors, however, I think are really smart. This background is a really interesting tone between like a dark blue and a gray. And I think that's smart and that's gonna stick around a long time. And there's a ton of contrast between that just a little bit of blue in there and these sort of golden pink colors in the cloth and in the wings that just make the clothes and the wings look translucent. It's so smart. Great use of color. This is just genius tattooing. Man, I could look at that all fucking day. Great job. Let's look at something bad. Is this how Mormon people get tattooed? I don't understand this at all. This is insane. Where are we in an abandoned building too? Oh my God. Why? I don't understand the appeal at all. When I get tattooed, it's generally because I like the art, right? I like traditional tattoos. I go to a couple of the same tattooers over and over and over and over because I enjoy what they make. I guess tattooing like this, I don't know, it's more about the experience. Maybe it doesn't really matter what it's going to look like. The end result is less important than the process. But I don't know, that feels really dumb because the process is going to take you 20 minutes and the end result is going to be on your entire life. The end result should matter a little bit, right? Shouldn't it matter like at least a little bit what it's going to look like when it's done? Because it's going to be on your fucking body forever, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. I could absolutely never do something like that. If you got a pesky little gap between a couple pre-existing tattoos, maybe an unconventional shape, perhaps, this is what your tattoo artist should be doing. They wrap saran wrap around the arm and they use that to trace where the existing tattoos are. So when they draw their new tattoo, it's going to fit perfectly in between all these other tattoos. And this is a great way to get a gap filler tattoo fitting completely perfect without drawing it on. Because although I think tattooers should be able to draw on a tattoo. Not all of them want to, not all of them are super good at it, not all of them have a lot of practice doing it, but they can still execute a great tattoo. And I think that's the case here. This tattoo turned out super sick and it fits the gap so perfectly. If you got a gap, don't just throw whatever in there. Think about it a little bit. Go to an artist who's doing shit like this. This is a great gap filler tattoo. Super impressive. I like this tattoo, even if it wasn't a gap filler. It doesn't even feel like a gap filler. Once this is healed, it's going to look so good together because they used this method and got it filling this gap absolutely perfectly. Great tattoo. Real quick, if you're watching and you enjoy what you see, leave a like, maybe comment something. Subscribe if you want to see another video next week. Thanks. Back to the video. Dude, when I saw these face tattoos, I was so shocked. I almost got fooled for a second. These look so good. These tear streaks of blood going down the face. I've seen these done a lot, and this is by far the best. These look so fucking good. God, the color is just perfect. Different reds that they have mixed in here, this dark red and this lighter red, really give the illusion of some skin tone peeking through the redness. And those deep, dark shadows down there at the bottom, these look so fucking good. Damn, dude. That's so sick. Bit of a wild choice for a tattoo, okay? It's out there, but who cares? Done super well, and it's really all that matters. So sick. I've seen this done a lot of time. Really bad. If you're gonna do something as wild as getting blood tears coming out of your eyeballs, you might as well get them looking good. What's next? Oh, anesthesia tattoos. Dude, this is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Getting tattooed under anesthesia. Look at this guy getting flipped over because he's completely unconscious. This is insane. Anesthesia tattoos are so fucking stupid. I don't care. I don't care. You can't convince me otherwise. This is the stupidest thing. I'd rather you use numbing cream. There's so much that could go wrong. There's so much that could go wrong. For a tattoo, it's not worth it. And the type of tattoo artists that are down with this, that are cool with tattooing people under anesthesia, they're not good at tattooing. They're not good tattooers. Some of them are fine, but most good, reputable tattoo artists are not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. It's just fucking crazy. It's dystopian. It's so fucking stupid. God, if I find out that any of you have gone under anesthesia to get your shitty ass tattoos, I will clown you so fucking hard until the day you die. That's the most, it's straight up maybe the most embarrassing thing you can do. I'd rather you be covered with terrible tattoos than have amazing tattoos that you got under anesthesia. Shit's pathetic. That's all I gotta say about that. Ooh, a personal favorite. We've seen him before, Jeff Davis. Let's take a look. This tattoo artist is not going to use a stencil for this tattoo. Straight tattoo machine to skin. And if that doesn't make you anxious, I don't know what will. This entire process is so nerve-wracking to watch, and I'm not even the one getting the fucking tattoo. I can't imagine getting a tattoo like this. Again, this is from Jeff Davis. He specializes in doing these free machine tattoos. So there's a little bit of comfort in the fact that he's used to doing this. But dude, oh my God. This tattoo turned out so fucking sick. Also, by the way, oh my God, bro. Oh, such a sick ass tattoo. So cool. I will say, I don't really know the benefits of doing a free machine, of getting a free machine tattoo versus having something drawn on, or even using a stencil. I understand sometimes you draw stuff on and just kind of spur of the moment how things work. Maybe there's a weird gap. Drawing on makes a lot more sense than just straight machine to skin. There's something to be said for the experience of getting a tattoo like that. I've never done it, so I don't really know how cool that is, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, whatever, who cares? The results speak for themselves. This thing turned out so sick. Moving right along, I have never seen white over black look so fucking good. God, this is incredible. It looks so fucking sick. It wasn't even that long ago where people thought that once you got a blackout tattoo, that was it. And you just had a blackout, that was the final stage of your evolution. And in a very short amount of time, we are seeing artists prove that theory wrong. This looks so sick. Man, I wonder, I have so many questions though, because there's a lot of different things that could be going on here to make this look so good. I mean, first off, a nice, high quality, fully saturated blackout, I think probably helps. Good foundation. The white on top, I wonder if they're doing like white and maybe there's like some grays going in there too, or maybe they're redoing some of the black for those shadows to really like add a lot of contrast to this. Man, it looks so good. It doesn't even look like they're doing that. Maybe I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. Wasn't there. But dude, oh, so sick. Stuff like this gets me so excited to be a tattooed person and to continue to get more tattoos. Like, gets me hyped for the future because I'm just so excited to personally develop as I get more tattoos and watch my style of tattoos develop. Right now, I'm obviously a patchwork guy, have a lot of patchwork, mostly American traditional. There's some like, you know, just whatever, black work. I have some French prison stuff, but who knows where it's headed though. There's a lot of possibilities, especially once we get into like layering, blast overs, and blackouts. I don't know about you, but I can't fucking wait. Let's see. Oh my God, please pray for him. Dude, this is the gnarliest spot to get tattooed. I'm gonna say it. I have a lot of spots tattooed, maybe not all of them, but I have a lot of tattoos. In that spot, the ribs, so brutal. This is immediately where my head goes when I hear people saying tattoos don't hurt. And if this is on TikTok, I'm talking to you. Tattoos hurt, okay? Maybe they don't hurt like a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna die all the time. Sometimes they hurt like a 1. There's a scale, but saying they just don't is completely untrue. And maybe that's because you have some shitty, poorly done, already fell out, fine line, whatever. But if you get like a real tattoo, and especially something that's bigger and you have to sit for a long time, you're not done in 20 minutes, tattoos are so excruciating, especially on the ribs. This is my rib tattoo. We did one session. It was like 3 or 3.5 hours. And literally the first line in, I was debating on backing out. Just all I could think about was, I can't do this for the rest of the duration of this tattoo. And I hadn't been tattooed by this guy before either. My wife has a bunch, but I didn't really know how quick he was either. He's so fast. So all I could think of was, I can't. It was so excruciating. And it was also really hard to sit still. Like, that was the worst tattoo I've ever gotten, experience-wise. Just mentally, it was so hard to convince myself that I could endure that. Endure. It was so hard. And now, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this side done. Tattoos fucking suck, dude. I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves. Anyways, maybe chime in the comments. What was your most painful tattoo? Did tattoos hurt? I don't know. You tell me. We got 2 more videos for you, and they're doozies. Well, they kind of both have to do with a broad, fine line category of tattooing. Let's just take a look. The tattoo I did for $200. Where the fuck is... Dude, my God. This is so frustrating. Look at this whole goddamn camera setup that you need to even be able to photograph this. I'm on my phone right now, zooming out of my gourds, can hardly see it. And this is something that I say often. Tattoos look their best and they are their darkest the second you get it done. After you get it done, the second you leave that shop, they're gonna progressively get worse throughout time. They're just never gonna look as good as they did when they were fresh. This tattoo, I can't even see it when it's fresh. So when it's healed, it's gonna be even harder to see. And then when it ages a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, maybe you get a sunburn, this thing is not gonna be visible at all. I can almost guarantee you won't be able to see this. And I think for me, that's where it's hard to justify that price point. I understand, you know, there are shop minimums. There's a lot of supplies and time that goes into any tattoo. Point blank, period, baseline, before we even start talking about designing a tattoo, actually doing the tattoo. And oftentimes the amount of experience an artist has can play a factor in price. $200 to me seems insane. But we have our last one, kind of on the same topic. Let's check it out.
4 years old, 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, 4 years old. Do 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 do. 4 years old. No, this is 3, 2.5, 3. This is 4. This is 4.
All right, don't let fine line tattoo artists fool you. A healed photo of a tattoo is not always the best indicator as to how well that tattoo will age throughout your life. Tattoos are permanent, they're on your body forever. And while I do think it's extremely important for tattoos to heal well, and it's extremely valuable for artists to be posting healed photos, to be transparent about how their tattoos heal, somewhere along the line, fine line tattoo artists and micro realism artists kind of started taking advantage of that and manipulating it to convince clients that a tattoo this big is going to look exactly how it does healed for the rest of their life. I don't see a lot of transparency behind how these tattoos are going to look 15, 20 years. And in some cases, there actually aren't examples of it because fine line tattooing is somewhat newer, especially when compared to traditional types of tattooing. And we can see not just healed, but lived in traditional and tribal tattoos. We can see what those look like on a 90-year-old. We can't see what a fine line tattoo looks like in a 90-year-old, but we do have a lot of other evidence to suggest that these tattoos are not going to continue to look this good. In this video, the tattoo artist is pointing at all these tattoos, 4 years old, 3 years old, 5 years old. While some of these do look good, considering how long it's been, I don't think they do actually look that good. And another big factor here is that they're on the upper thigh, a spot that gets rarely any sun. Now imagine if it's on the outside of your arm and it gets exponentially more sun exposure. These tattoos are not built to last. So bragging about how long they've lasted, what are we doing here? Kind of shady if you ask me. But my friends, that's it. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. And if you want to see some more tattoo related content, stick around. We got a new video next week. And until then, peace.